the asteroid mining colony of Calthor, 9 was not a place for children. Jagged rock, poisonous dust, and the constant thunder of drills made it a world of survival, not innocence. Yet children lived there all the same, hidden away in cramped habblocks, surviving on ration crumbs while their parents worked themselves to exhaustion. Captain Elias Ward had come to Calthor, 9 for one reason only: fuel. His freighter, the stalwart Dawn, was due for a long haul to the outer rim. He was tired, sore, and ready to leave as soon as his tanks were full. But fate had other plans. He was crossing the loading bay when he heard it, a desperate, high-pitched voice cutting through the clamor of machines.
Please.
Please, human, help. My mother is trapped. Elias stopped. His hand instinctively went to the sidearm on his hip, though the voice wasn't threatening. He turned, scanning the crowd, until he saw him, a boy no older than 9, his skin a mottled blue-gray, his eyes wide with terror. Dust streaked his small face, and his thin arms shook as he clutched at Elias's sleeve. "Slow down, kid," Elias said, kneeling. "What's wrong? Where's your mother?" The boy's chest heaved. "She works the lower tunnels. The supports, they broke, rocks fell. The others ran, but she's still in there." Elias's stomach tightened. Cave-ins on Calthor, 9 were common. Survivors? Almost none. He glanced around. Workers passed by, barely sparing a look. Some shook their heads in pity, but none moved to help. "She is only one miner," someone muttered. "The tunnels are unstable. Better to seal them." Elias's jaw clenched.
Seal them?
That meant burying her alive. The boy tugged harder. "Please, human. You are strong. You can help her." Elias looked into those desperate eyes and made his choice. The entrance to the lower tunnels was half-blocked by collapsed stone and twisted support beams. Dust choked the air, and the groan of shifting rock echoed ominously. "Kid, stay back," Elias ordered. "What's your name?" "Rawl," the boy whispered.
"All right, Rawl.
"I'll get your mother out. But you listen to me. You don't follow me inside. Understand?" Rawl nodded, though his eyes brimmed with tears. Elias drew his breather mask over his face and slipped into the crevice. The air was hot and acrid, thick with the smell of scorched metal. His flashlight beam cut through the haze, revealing jagged rubble and flickering hazard lights. "Hello," he called. "Anyone alive in here?" A faint, pained voice answered. "Here, over here." Elias picked his way forward, climbing over a mound of stone. His light found her at last, a Zalari woman pinned beneath a fallen support beam, her scaled skin torn and bleeding. Her chest rose shallowly, but her eyes still glimmered with fierce determination. "You must go," she rasped. "The tunnel is not safe. Take my son and leave." "Not happening," Elias said, crouching beside her. "I'm here to get you out." Her lips trembled. "You are human. Why would you risk?" "Because your boy asked me," Elias cut in. "And because no one deserves to die alone under a pile of rock." The beam was heavy, nearly fused into the stone. Elias tested it, immovable by brute strength alone. He scanned the rubble, thinking fast. Years in the military had taught him how to improvise under fire. He pulled a plasma cutter from his pack and ignited it, the blade hissing with heat. Sparks showered as he sliced through the twisted metal, careful to shield the woman from the spray. Sweat stung his eyes, but he worked relentlessly. The tunnel groaned again, dust sifting down from above. Time was running out. "Stay awake," Elias urged, glancing at her pale face. "What's your name?" "Kira," she whispered.
Kira. Good.
"Talk to me. Tell me about your boy. What's he like?" Her lips curved faintly. Rawl, curious, stubborn. "Like his father." "Sounds like a fighter. He's waiting for you." With a final burst, the cutter sliced through the last of the beam. Elias wedged his shoulder beneath the metal, gritting his teeth. With a roar, he heaved it up just enough for Kira to crawl free. She gasped, dragging herself clear as the beam crashed down again. "Can you walk?" Elias asked. She winced but nodded. "With help." He slung her arm over his shoulder and guided her through the wreckage, step by step. When they emerged into the light, Raul cried out and sprinted forward. "Mother!" Kira dropped to her knees, pulling him into her arms. Tears streaked her dust-covered face as she kissed his hair. "My son, my brave son." Elias stood back, his chest tight. Around them, miners had gathered, murmuring in disbelief. No one had expected survivors. Kira looked up at Elias, her eyes shining. "You saved me. You saved us." Elias shook his head. "Your boy did. He's the one who wouldn't give up." But Raul clung to Elias's leg, refusing to let go. "You listened when no one else would. You came. You're our hero." Word spread quickly through Calthor 9, the human who risked his life for an alien stranger. Whispers turned into respect. Respect grew into something deeper. The Zalari miners, long accustomed to being dismissed and discarded, began to see hope in the story. Kira and Raul became Elias's companions in the days that followed. Kira insisted on cooking meals for him aboard the stalwart Dawn, her hands steady despite her injuries. Raul peppered him with endless questions about Earth, about the stars, about why humans cared so fiercely for those not their own. Elias didn't know how to answer.
He only knew it was right.
The night before Elias was due to depart, Kira came to him quietly. "You could have walked away," she said softly. "But you didn't. You gave my son back his mother." Elias met her gaze. "And you gave me something, too. A reminder of why we fight. Why we help. Out there in the void, it's easy to forget. But today, I remembered." Kira touched his hand, her eyes wet. "If ever you return, you will always have a home here." When the stalwart Dawn lifted from Calthor 9, Elias looked down at the colony through the viewport. Somewhere below, a boy and his mother stood together, alive because he had chosen to stop and listen. And he knew, in his heart, that was the truest measure of humanity. Not strength, not power, but the willingness to answer a plea for help. Years later, the tale would spread across the sector of the alien boy who cried out, "Please, human, help. My mother is trapped." And the human who answered, changing 2 lives forever. And perhaps, just perhaps, changing the hearts of many more.